Today's question is, can you change God's plan for you? In Genesis 27, it's one wild ride. We got lies, disguises, trickery, and a blessing that changes history. We got Rebekah scheming, we got Jacob deceiving, we got Esau weeping, and Isaac realizing you can't undo what God already decided. In verses 1 through 5, we see Isaac's secret plan. One day when Isaac was old and turning blind, he called for Esau, his older son. Isaac's near the end of his life. His eyes are dim, and he's thinking about passing on the family blessing. He tells Esau, take your bow and a quiver full of arrows and hunt some wild game for me. Isaac's got a plan to bless Esau, even though God had already said the younger Jacob would be blessed. Isaac's trying to go against what God declared. In verses 6 through 17, we see Rebekah's trick. Rebekah overhears all this. She pulls Jacob aside and she says, listen, I overheard your father talking to Esau, but Mama's got a plan. She tells Jacob to dress up like Esau, bring in some food, and steal the blessing. Jacob hesitates. He ain't worried about sinning. He's worried about getting caught. But Rebekah says, let the curse fall on me, my son. Just do what I tell you. She's dead serious about getting that blessing to Jacob. They cook up a meal, throw some goat skins on Jacob's arms because Esau must have been one hairy dude, and he goes in to see Isaac. In verses 18 through 29, we see the blessing that gets stolen. So Jacob goes into Isaac and he lies 3 times. He lies about who he is, he lies about how fast he found the food, and he lies even when Isaac is suspicious. Isaac feels the hairy arms, he smells the clothes, and he says, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are Esau's hands. Still, he goes through with it, and he blesses Jacob with the birthright blessing. He says, from the dew of heaven and the richness of the earth, may many nations become your servants. Once spoken, the blessing stands. There's no taking it back. In verses 30 through 40, we see Esau's bitterness. Right after Jacob leaves, in walks Esau with fresh game. Isaac trembles violently when he realizes that he's been tricked, and Esau begs for a blessing, but Isaac says, I have made Jacob your master. All Esau gets is a hard word. He'll live away from the riches, by his sword, serving his brother. And Esau weeps bitterly. In verses 41 through 46, we see a family fallout. From that time on, Esau hated Jacob. Esau plans to kill Jacob as soon as Isaac dies. Rebekah hears about it and tells Jacob, flee to my brother Laban in Haran. Stay there until your brother cools off. This family is officially ripped apart by lies and favoritism. Jacob leaves home and he won't see his mama again. So what's Genesis 27 teaching us? First, you can't fight against God's plan, even if you scheme and plot. And favoritism and deception wreck families. Also, sin always brings pain and separation. And God's purposes still stand even through messy, sinful people. What God decrees, man can't undo. Listen, if you're trying to sneak around, cut corners, or help God out with your little plan, stop it. God don't need your lies. He needs your faith. Trust His timing. Trust His word. And let Him work it out better than you ever could. And keep reading your Bible. And don't be dumb.